Hi, I'm Matt from Tubby Tarot. Welcome back to another 10 Talk Tuesday. So, what I want to talk about today, it's pretty cold in Durban today. It's actually 22 degrees Celsius and it's freaking freezing. What I want to chat to you about today is about what you should eat as a spiritual person, what you should eat as somebody who is a medium or a psychic or just as a strong empath, or even someone who reads cards, tea leaves, that sort of thing. Do you think that there's a special kind of diet that you should eat? Now, this is quite a contentious subject because a lot of people say if you are so spiritually linked to Gaia, if you are so spiritually linked to the earth, and you are so spiritually linked to all the spirits and the angels and the ancestors, then you must perhaps have more respect for the earth, have more respect for the animals. You have to be vegetarian. You have to be vegan. Um, how many of you agree with this? Do you agree with this? Leave me a comment below because I have very mixed feelings about this. About 6 weeks ago, I decided I'm going to go vegetarian. For the simple fact is that I've been following one or two people on Instagram. Um, Kitty, thank you for your amazing Instagram. Kitty and the Eclectic Noir, if you'd like to go and have a look at her Instagram. Fantastic. It's so wonderful, so random, and it's the randomness that is just amazing. And Kitty is vegan, and she posts a lot of vegan stuff on her channel, and she's a really cool chick. I mean, I just think she's awesome. So go and check her out. And I was looking at her stuff, and I was thinking, wow, I've tried this before. I've done this many years ago. I did this before, and I kind of fell off the wagon. And I just thought, let me give it a try. I haven't gone vegan because I know that I would miss cheese too much. Cheese is my weakness. Chocolate, I love chocolate, but I'm not going to cry if there's no chocolate around. Um, I don't eat a lot of meat anyway. I never have. I don't like red meat. So I was basically eating, well, chicken really, because I don't eat seafood either. I don't like it. So I was eating a bit of mince. We call it mince in South Africa. I think in America you call it ground beef, something. I would eat burger patties, hamburger patties, and I'd eat sausage. And in South Africa we have a special sausage called boerewors, okay, or wors, and I would eat that, but not a lot. We would have a braai, or as Americans call it, a barbecue, and we'd put our wors on the thing and some chops and that sort of thing, chicken kebabs. But it doesn't happen a lot. We go for a bra maybe once a month, if that. And I was just thinking, let me give up the red meat for a while. And that led to giving up all meat because I don't eat seafood, so it was easy for me. And then of course I stopped eating chicken. I thought, well, in for a penny, in for a pound. I'm going to stop eating chicken, which of course included eggs. Okay. And then I tried 2 weeks with no dairy products, and I can handle the milk. I don't have to have milk. I don't have a problem with that. Um, but it was the cheese. Now I know a lot of people are going to say, yes, but you can buy vegan cheese. In South Africa, vegetarian and vegan food is hella expensive. It's very expensive. And I think this is because everyone's jumped on the bandwagon. It's very vogue, it's very fashionable to be vegan now. Um, and yet there have been people who've been vegan since the 60s, who've been vegetarian since the 60s. So baby steps for me. Last 6 weeks, I decided that I'm going to be vegetarian, not because of my spiritual beliefs. And this is something that I want to touch on today. I am not vegetarian because I am spiritually inclined to be vegetarian. I am vegetarian because I look at animals. I look at cows, and I love cows. And I look at pigs especially. And I just think, these are incredibly intelligent animals. Pigs especially are super intelligent. And these animals have emotions. These animals have a soul. And these animals have feelings, both emotional feelings and physical feelings. They feel fear. I mean, I don't know if any of you have actually watched a, It's a documentary called Humans, and it's some parts I actually had to fast forward. I couldn't watch it. There's a scene where they're busy slaughtering pigs, and the terror and the horror actually get heart sore when I think of it. The terror that those pigs were experiencing, the horror knowing they were going to be slaughtered, and the panic and the fear. It's just I'm so sorry. It's just it's super emotional for me, and that is kind of, when I thought about that, I thought, you know what, I actually can't do this. I can't be sweet and kind to my dog and then eat a cow, you know. So for me, that was the main reason. I think more a humanitarian reason than a spiritual reason. But do you think that as a spiritual person, you should give up the meat and the chicken and the fish? Um, do you think you should give up the eggs, um, the dairy? You know, I know for a fact that giving up dairy will help anybody who is lactose intolerant, or anybody who who produces a lot of mucus, that sort of thing. It will clear that up for you. But it's entirely up to you. I don't believe that what you eat will interfere with your spiritual practice. I do believe that the less meat you eat, the less karma you're going to you're going to kind of build up, okay? Because these are sentient beings. These are, as I say, these are beings that are put on this earth. Some people would say, oh yes, but the gods put them here for us to kill and to eat. Um, you know, you don't have to kill animals, and you don't have to eat meat to get protein. You guys know this. You've seen the YouTube videos, you've seen the documentaries. Do you believe that it would make a difference to your empathic abilities, or to your mediumistic abilities? What do you think? I'd really like to know from you guys, because as I say, my opinion is very mixed. I'm not doing this because I want to go on a completely different spiritual path. I'm doing this simply because I can't stand the fact that animals have feelings and animals have fear, and I do not want to be a part of that creation of abject terror in those animals. Um, Cows are amazing animals. I don't like the idea of chopping them up and eating them. And yes, 6 weeks ago I had no problem. Well, I had a slight problem. My conscience was my conscience was kind of eating into me, but no pun intended. But I, you know, since I've really sat down and thought about it, and especially since I've been looking at Kitty's amazing Instagram page, I have had such an epiphany, such a paradigm shift about where I actually want to go with my eating habits. This doesn't mean that I'm suddenly going to lose 50 kilos, because I still eat my chocolates and I still eat my biscuits, because I don't have a problem with them having milk in them or dairy products, and I still have my pizza. But I no longer have my I don't know what you call it, the meat supreme pizza. I'd rather have the vegetarian pizza or the margarita. I also try and now look at ingredients. I don't eat anything that's got egg in it. And I'm lucky I live in an area where there's a lot of Indian people. So most of them are vegetarian, so they don't make biscuits with egg. So I can eat biscuits. Just because you're vegetarian or vegan does not mean you're going to be skinny, okay? It also doesn't mean that you're going to be healthy. That still comes from life choice, food choice. But what I want to know is, do you believe that what you eat, what dietary practice you follow, does that have an impact on your ability to be a spiritual person and to do what you do on a spiritual realm? Let me know down below. You know me, I don't mind long comments unless I ask you not to. But let me know in the comments below. I really would like to know about this. I'm Matt from Tubby Tarot, and I will see you next week for some more 10 Talk Tuesday.